Hello, I'm Arpit, and our project title is Sudoku Solver. So we have implemented a backtracking algorithm which can solve any given Sudoku puzzle. So we have the code in Java, and we also have implemented a web-based visual implementation, which is right here. And for review 3, we are planning to make an Sudoku Solver Android app. So the website implementation can be accessed through this link. And now Abhishek will explain you the Java code.
So in Sudoku there is a 9 into 9 grid, and each of the cell contains a number from ranging 1 to 9, and there is, apart from this, there is a 3 into 3 subgrid. So finally our code will going to see the 9 into 9 grid problem basically. uh, in this Sudoku solver we'll going to put some numbers in the particular cell, and apart from that we'll see the answer of the Sudoku solver uh, through our Java code. And our code will basically using the concept of backtracking. So with the help of that backtracking we'll find the answer of this Sudoku solver. And before going to code of backtracking, we'll try to explain the naive approach, that is brute force. So basically the naive approach will be will traverse each row column, and for each cell we'll find the all the number of uh, grids, all the possible number of grids with the help of that brute force code. And finding all the number of grids, during finding all the number of grids we'll try to validate that particular grids, and from that we'll try to validate our answer, what will be the answer of the Sudoku. So basically our answer during finding answer we'll going to um, uh, take that code will take lots of time, because the number of Sudoku grids will be, I think that will be exponentially, so it will take lots of uh, time. There will be a huge time complexity. So we'll try to see the this problem with the help of backtracking. So before going to code, first you will, so this is our uh, backtracking code. This code is in Java. uh, so there will be a basically a three function Sudoku solver is possible, present in box, that is 3 into 3 for our case, and the present in column, that particular column, and the present in row. And this is the main function. What we are doing is that we are taking a board of 2D matrix of size 9 into 9, and in that 9 into 9 matrix we are taking input with the help of this loop, and we'll calling that Sudoku solver function will store int y. And if that grid will follow all the conditions, all the functions conditions, all our constants, then it will be print the our board, Sudoku board. Else it'll tell us to print the to enter the numbers carefully. So I will first try to start with the Sudoku solver function. In this I'm going to basically, this is the main function where we are having our backtracking approach. So I will give a rough first I will give a rough idea what I'm going to do in this. We will finding the first we will traverse each row column, that's ij, and we'll check where is the empty cell. For the empty cell I'm taking board of I of j is equal to 0. So here we'll check for that cell it is empty or not by checking 0 in that cell. If it's, then we will mark that row and column and make flag false because that cell has 0 in it, and that cell is 0 in, and break, and we'll break from that. We will break from this position, line number 16 will break, and we will come out here, that line number 26, and for that cell we will check every number with our given condition, that is possible. From 1 to 9 we'll check every number for that particular row and column which we have stored in the line number 13, 14, and after getting 0 we'll break, and for that particular row and column we'll check for 1 to 9 and we'll check which number will suit that cell. So in this is possible function we have taken three constants. First constant is that that number should not be present in that particular row, that number should not be present in that particular column, and that number should not be present in that particular box. That is 3 into 3. So here you are seeing row minus row modulo 3. Basically this is a 9 into 9 matrix, so we have taken 3 in this. And if we want to give the user as an input, suppose we want to give a user input as n as the number of square grid, any number of row and column grid. Basically we'll try to reach 3 into 3. So we'll take a modulo of that. For in that case here we are taking 9, so square root of that. Here I am taking 9, so the square root of 9 will be 3, so I will subtracting row minus row modulo 3 and column minus column modulo 3. So it will check that particular grid. So in this present in box we'll try to traverse all that row and column, row plus 3 and column plus 3, and we'll check that the particular number that we are searching, that we have firstly inserted into that cell, will present in that box or not. If it present, then will return false, else will return true. Later on we'll check in present in column function. In column function we'll go through 0 to 9 and we'll check if the number is present or not. If it's present, then false, then else true. Similarly in present in row we'll go to every row, that particular row, and we'll check that that number is present in that row or not. And if that number is present in rows, so will return false, else will return true. So finally we have make our full possible condition completely. So it will check that is possible condition is valid or not. If it is valid, then we'll put that row column, that number in that particular row and column, and we'll call that Sudoku solver function again. So it will start searching for the next empty cells. So this will be our recursive call. So in function Sudoku solver, I'm talking about line number 26. If so, what will happen in backtracking, as you see in this line number 26, when you will not find any number, if it's possible this function will not find any number, then you will not find which suits that particular cell which you make that row column line number 32 I'm talking about. We'll make that row column 0. This is basically how we are doing backtracking. So we'll make that row and column 0 and check or call the next number. This is how we are doing backtracking. So at last, when there is no single 0, I'm talking about line number 12. Firstly, we have seen there is a 0 in some cells. After filling all the cells with some valid numbers, all the cells will contain some numbers, so there will be no 0. So after checking for every cell, there will be no 0. When there will be no 0 in a 9 to 9 board, then that flag will not false, it will remain true. Here line number 9, it will remain true, and it means flag all will be true. And if flag is true, then we will done with all the values, and at last we will come up with filling all the numbers in that Sudoku solver and in main. So this is our final code. After now we will see some of the test cases. I've already written these test cases. This is a Sudoku problem. This is a Sudoku test cases. 0 represent that empty cell, and this non-empty zeros will be our number from 1 to 9. So we will run this code, and it will find the number of, it will find the Sudoku answers. So this is our final Sudoku answer. As you seeing here, this is our final Sudoku answer.
So this is the visual demo of the Sudoku solver. It can be accessed on the internet using this link. So I'll open it again. Here, Sudoku solver. Yes. So these are the empty cells where we can give the values. So let's find a Sudoku puzzle from Google. So I'll give the values 3. Yes, so I have given the values and other cells I have left empty. So now I'll press this solve button and it will solve. So here we can see the Sudoku puzzle is solved. In each row and each column there are no same values, and even in one that box 3 by 3 box there are no repeated values, and hence the Sudoku solve and solve Sudoku puzzle is solved. So now uh, if we give a invalid Sudoku puzzle, so let's try it. Here, so it shows no solution, please enter correctly. So if we input an invalid puzzle, it will detect it and give any values, and it solves. So that was the demo for that visual demo for Sudoku puzzle, Sudoku solver. Thank you.